Hi, welcome to In and Around Computer. In this video, we are going to see the difference between multiprogramming, multiprocessing, multitasking, and multithreading. First, we can see what are all these terms, and then we can summarize the difference between these. First, what is multiprogramming? The concurrent residency of more than one program in main memory is referred to as multiprogramming. And as soon as concurrently executing program finishes its execution, the next program is dispatched for the execution process. If you want to know the execution process in a computer, you can check my videos on that. And the concurrent residency of more than one program in main memory is referred to as multiprogramming. And also, if the currently executing process asks for IO resources, then meanwhile another program is dispatched to the CPU for execution. That is, in the meantime, the other program will take its execution in the CPU, and the main program of this objective of this multiprogramming is maximum CPU utilization. That is, the CPU should not be idle, so that maximum of its thing is can be utilized. And efficient management of the main memory is also done using this multiprogramming. This can be virtually shown as this like this. That is the P1, that P1, P2 up to Pn or the process that will take its execution in the CPU, where one after the other. And also, if the currently executing process asks for input output resources, then in the meantime other process will take its execution in the CPU. So this is about what is multiprogramming. Hope you will understand. You will be understanding something about the multiprogramming. And next we can move to the term multiprocessing. And when one system is connected to more than one processor, which collectively work for the completion of its task, is called as multiprocessing system. So more than one processor which collectively does work, then becomes the term called multiprocessing. You can see that from the diagram, that is CPU is which is divided into A, B, C, and D. That is there are four processors that run a particular task. So this multiprocessing, such systems are known as multiprocessing systems, and they are divided into symmetric and asymmetric. First we can see what is symmetric multiprocessing. Here the operating system here resides on one processor, and other processors run user programs. So in one processor the OS will reside, and other processors will run the user program. So in asymmetric multiprocessing, the OS runs on any available processor, or the processor simultaneously run the user program. So this can be virtually represented as this computer system, which is divided into a number of CPUs, that is more than one processor, which executes a particular task. So this is what multiprocessing means, or multiprocessing system means. And now we can move to the term multithreading. And this is a paradigm where the process is divided into a number of sub-processes called threads. If you want to check my video on multithreading, you can check that. And each thread is independent and has its own execution path, and which is enabled inter-thread communication. And each thread has its own stack, program counter, stack, and register. So if a process is divided into a number of sub-processes, we can call it as a thread, and which is a lightweight process, we can say. So it is virtually represented as this process can be divided into a number of sub-processes, we can say. If you want to a detailed explanation on this multi-threading, you can check my video on my channel. And next, the last term, which is known as multitasking. Earlier, when computers were invented, users were allowed to submit only one task at a time. But later, with the availability of high-speed processor, one can submit more than one task. So the capability of OS to accept more than one task is referred to as this multitasking. So you'll be this you can think it is much related to this multi-programming. As we already said, this multitasking is a logical extension of this multi-programming. So both are related. That here also multiple jobs are executed by the CPU simultaneously by switching between them. But the difference between the multitasking and multi-programming is that the processor here, that is in multitasking, is typically used in the time sharing mode. That is, here the switching happens when either the allowed time expires or when the current process needs to do IO. There in multi-programming, only when the current process needs to do IO, the switching takes place. Here, this switching happens in a time sharing mode when the allowed time expires for a particular process or for a particular program. So in multi-program system, the operating system simply switches to, so as I already said that, and executes another job when another job needs to wait for a particular IO. So this is the difference between the multi-programming and multitasking, and this is virtually represented as like this. That is, this OS will schedule the jobs. So when according to the time sharing mode, which is done in multitasking. So now we can summarize the differences between all the four terms. So multi-programming, this is the concurrent residency of more than one program in the main memory, is called as this multi-programming. And multiprocessing, the availability of more than one processor per system which can execute several set of instructions in parallel, is known as multiprocessing. And multi-threading, particular process is divided into several different sub-processes which has its own path of execution. So this concept is known as multi-threading. And multitasking, the execution of simply to say the execution of more than one task simultaneously, is called as a multitasking, which is an extension of this this multi-programming. So subscribe to my channel if you feel contented.